and he blew. I thought he's a great interviewer, but he blew his opportunity there, or he just didn't want to get involved in it, because he should have asked the question: how come on two separate occasions you stated that Obama was born in two separate hospitals, one in Women's Medical Hospital in Hawaii, and the next interview at Capelina Hospital in Hawaii? You know, the inconsistency. So Piers Morgan blew it on that, and that's a major thing people should realize. She gives very few interviews out, and when she gave him, the interviewer was either prevented from asking that question, because that could happen, or he just blew it. And to me, that's pretty strong evidence that, and I equate to criminal law. When a client comes to see me, if they're lying, it goes, their story today will be different tomorrow, because,
Right.
You're just making facts up. But if you're telling the truth, the story will be consistent all along. So Maya's a great example of, of how Obama has fraudulently come forth. And, maybe I guess she should be in our law student when all is said is done, because it's outrageous. I mean, if you or I did it, we'd be in jail right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with no way of getting out. I mean, I made the comment that Bernie Madoff, the only reason he's in jail is he didn't steal enough money.
Right. So that's where we are now, and I'm going to continue my efforts up. Matter of fact, I just got a phone call a little while ago. They want to fly me down to Austin, Texas next week for Alex Jones, let's put together another film about what's going on with Obama. Now that Trump's in there, it's more and more up front, and it's very significant. I mean, just think about it, ladies and gentlemen. You need your birth certificate to register your child for Little League. You need it for school. You need it for so many things, for at times college or for the bar exam. Different places you must produce your long-form vault birth certificate. And Obama won't produce it for any reason. And
Right.
I just wanted to show that he's constitutionally eligible. And if he won't show it, as far as I'm concerned, he's constitutionally ineligible. He doesn't meet the requirements, and therefore he should not be and cannot be president. And I think everything he's done is voidable. So we have to get on this and move in the right direction, and I'm going to do everything in my part.
Well, and that's the interesting thing, with the birth certificate being so important. You go into any county records office, and the office that provides birth certificates, there is a line in every office in America. I've gone and gotten certificates for my kids and have waited all day long.
Right, but you got it. And
got it.
Obama is president. You think he'd have to wait in line? If he sent in his
No.
$5 or $20, he'd get it. He's in Hawaii. He could get it instantly, or they'll mail it to him overnight.
And he's there twice a year. There's nothing to prevent him.
And on top of that, as I said, in one of his books, he said he found his birth certificate. So where is it? Show it to us already. And people are saying, well, because a different father. I don't know what's going to show in there, but I know that if all the records released, if I had $1 million, I'd put it on the table right here. I would bet $1 million that I'm absolutely correct that he is a fraud, a phony, an imposter, biggest hoax against the United States of America, and he should not be president.
Phil, the question, when you look at his political career, I mean, he was a mediocre community organizer. His political career, he became a state senator by getting a lady kicked off the ballot. He became a U.S. senator by getting the candidate to remove himself from the ballot. Doesn't serve an entire term as a senator, has no legislative accomplishments, nothing whatsoever, and then all of a sudden is president. Who in reality, I mean, from what you've seen, who is this guy?
Right, yeah, you're right. Who is he? I mean, seriously, it's totally outrageous, and we're going to continue our efforts to expose Obama, because, and once he's exposed and we get him out of there, I think everything he's done is voidable, so
Yeah.
it should become void. Also, think about it. I do not believe that Biden becomes president, because he was part of the ticket.
Right.
Years ago, it used to be, and I forget which amendment changed it, it used to be you voted separate for the president and vice president. Congress changed that by amendment, which means the various states, adhered to it and voted in favor of that. I don't know who would become.
Well, almost you would have Biden would be ineligible. Pelosi, Boehner's Speaker of the House now, but if Boehner has knowledge of that, then he's ineligible. Harry Reid would be ineligible just from the get go. I mean, how deep down into the cabinet or into the House of Representatives would you have to go?
I don't know, but you know what? It doesn't matter. People saying we can't go through that now. Yes, we can, because we're in a constitutional crisis. People around the world know he's a phony and a fraud, and I believe our country is being blackmailed, and therefore we have to do something to stop it right now, because the things that Obama is doing could have detrimental ramifications to us for the rest of our lives and our children's lives.
Yeah, because it almost appears like as if everything that's being done is designed to destroy the place. I mean, they'll smile and talk about their initiatives, and everything and how it's going to do this, and it does. It's everything is the polar opposite of what they're saying.
Right, and I mean, think about it. I hate getting into issues because my issue is that he's not constitutionally eligible, and I'm the umbrella for all of you out there. Whatever your issue is with Obama, whether it's Obamacare, whether it's with the war, whatever the issue is, I'm the umbrella for all of you. But on other issues, real quick, what other president of the United States has gone around the world apologizing for the actions of the United States? None. What other president has gone to the emperor from Saudi Arabia and the emperor of China and
and bows to him?
I'm sorry, the emperor of Japan and the leader of China and bow down to these individuals? Nobody.
Yeah. No.
Nobody. I mean, so just look at what he's done here. He hasn't delivered on his promises for change. The change he's doing is detrimental. Obamacare is blatantly unconstitutional. Apologizing for the country around the world, bowing down to leaders. This is not someone who's president, and therefore we have to do our part to get rid of him.
Yeah, one more segment here with Phil Berg. When we come back, the discussion on the birth certificate and the eligibility of one Barack Hussein Obama. We'll return here in just a minute. You're listening to the Mike Chambers radio program. Stay with us. Support you in your work. I mean, you've been going at this for 2.5, almost 3 years, pretty much by yourself.
Well, the best thing is go to my website when the show's over. Send it to everyone on your address book. It's not hard. You push of a button. And think about 10 to the 10th power is like in the millions. So It's not hard to spread the word. If you can, tell people to spread it to other people on their address book. And also, if you can make a financial contribution, because this has cost me plenty, but I'm not going to give up on it, and they can make the contribution through the website, obamacrimes.com. They can mail me a check or something, or they can pay it right through PayPal or direct themselves through using some other credit card.
Do you think he'll eventually give up his information, or do you think he's going to remain, keep it close to the vest?
No, I think he'll keep it close to the vest. I think we're going to need someone to expose him. And then I don't know what he'll do at that point. He'll plead ignorant or something, but we're going to keep the fight on. We're going to keep the pressure on because we, the people in this country, deserve to know the truth. Now, many of you out there are busy. You listen to the show, but you're busy. You don't want to take the time to send me an email, send me a check, or spread the word to other people. It doesn't take that long. And the more people know about this, the more people will be outraged. I mean, think about it. The document he showed cannot get your child registered for Little League. The document he showed could not get you a U.S. passport. So there's enough factors there that we have to all, you and I and everyone else, step forward, do your part, help out, and I think we will expose Obama for the fraud he really is.
Well, and if indeed what we think he is or isn't comes to light, we've seen that Congress is going to do nothing. Our elected leadership in America is going to do nothing. The states, by and large, they talk a good game, but when the bills come up, they're either knocked down or they're vetoed, as the one in Arizona was here recently. But I think in the end, it's going to be an issue that is in the court of the American people to decide and finally do something about it. It's going to be the opportunity for the American people to finally say, well, we've had enough of this.
Oh, absolutely. And but again, think about it out there. I'm not trying to do anything to Obama.
No.
I'm just asking that he be constitutionally eligible. If not, he doesn't belong in there. We don't want any harm to happen to Obama, but we want the truth. And Obama is laughing at all of us, and I think it's absurd. He's not constitutionally eligible. He should step down, step out, and we can try to put a better foot on our country, because our country right now is not looking in the best around the world. And that's why Trump is bringing the issue to the forefront, which I'm happy about, and I hope he continues doing that. And we'll see what we can do. But keep fighting, everyone. ObamaCrimes.com. Spread it to everyone in your address book. Make a contribution if you can. And I will continue my efforts to expose Obama.
So I'm looking forward to the day that we can finally eliminate the squatter at 1600.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Phil, thanks so much for coming on the show. It's been enlightening, and I know things are going to start to move here in the near future, and look forward to hearing from you again very soon.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Phil Berg, our guest, ObamaCrimes.com, his website, and you check it out and send him an email and at least tell him thank you for what he's doing.